Super One, sponsored by StingrayRV.com.
Welcome back for the last race of the day. It's Rotax 177. Lucas Orrock here, the championship leader, coming into the round. He needed to finish in front of Dave Griffiths in the first final of the day, and after that first final, as you'll see from the celebrations here, Lucas did just that and managed to secure himself the championship title as a result. He spoke to Sam.
I've worked for 4 years, me and my dad, and Paul Car Racing to finally win it, and it's a great feeling. I'm over the moon. I knew that I just had to beat Griffiths. That's all I knew I had to do. So, yeah, when Justin passed me, I kept my head cool and just knew that Griffiths was behind me and I was going to win. So, that was a great feeling. Really good.
Well, that was the reaction from Lucas after he got the required points in the earlier final. This is the later televised final. 71, Colin Davis takes a ride through turn 1. Lucas nips through, makes up a couple of places. Here are the earlier results. Heat 1, Dave Griffiths from Colin Davis and James Hogg. Colin Davis fastest with 44.43. In Heat 2 it was Stephen Cobb from Lucas Orrock and Colin Davis. Griffiths with the fastest lap this time at 44.32. In the earlier final, the result that tied up the championship for Lucas Orrock, he finished in front of Dave Griffiths, and that was enough to give him the championship title. As things stand, if Lucas Orrock was to come last and Dave Griffiths were to win, they would actually tie on points, I think it would be, but Lucas would win on countback. And as only 11 drivers have turned up this weekend for the final round, which is a little bit surprising to me, that has meant that there's not enough drivers effectively in the race to help Dave Griffiths out. So Lucas, after finishing in front of Dave, second over third in that earlier race, that's enough for Lucas to take the title. And as he said in his interview, he's been working a long time for this, 4 years, and finally it's come good. In the race though, here we've got the poleman Justin Edgar out front. He won the earlier race at a canter. He's under pressure here from Stephen Cobb. Cobb nips down the inside through turn 1, and Stephen Cobb it is who's out front. On board here with Justin Edgar. He's come up over the valley, down off the valley, got to miss the right and left curb, you don't want to run that. Through Dunlop here, out onto the paddock straight. And down the paddock straight, dummy grid on the left, through Paddock Bend. On board with Griffiths now in third place. Justin Edgar out front, and Stephen Cobb leading currently out of the S's, down Rogerson's into left-hander here, first part of Luna Bend. 22 in fourth place, James Hogg, having his first run of the season. James is here as a guest driver. Next year, if Super One comes to town and it's at your local circuit and you want to take part just for one round only as a guest driver, you will be able to do that from next season. So if you're racing karts and Super One comes to your local track and you want to take part just to give yourself a flavour for one round, you can do that. If you want to do more than one round, then you will have to register and do all the other necessary bits and pieces to be part of the series. But the championship wants to encourage people to have a go, be part of it, come and experience it. It is different from what you will be used to if you've only done club racing, but it wants to allow people to come along, experience it, have a go, have a try, see if you like it, and if you do, hopefully you'll sign up for the whole series. And Stephen Cobb out front in this one from Justin Edgar, and looking at the earlier picture there, coming up the straight, I would say almost certainly there's different gearing on Stephen Cobb's kart to Justin Edgar's kart. We'll have a look on board in just a second. The kart stream out of the S's, out onto Rogerson's. That is the champion, Lucas Orrock. He'll be driving the one kart next season, assuming he's staying in the class, of course, and why wouldn't he, having won it? Dave Griffiths on board cameras slipped slightly. Well, back there in third place currently. Justin Edgar closes in on Cobb at the end of the straight. Now, having looked at the earlier picture from the onboard up the straight, you can see that Stephen's pulling away out of the slower corner. This will be quite telling. Justin's close enough now to come out of the bend But Stephen just pulls a few kart lengths coming out of the slower corner. Now this will be really telling. This is the slowest corner on the track, the left-hander out of the S's onto Rogerson's. We're looking at Dave Griffiths there. We'll look at the difference. There's a couple of kart lengths between Justin Edgar in second and Stephen Cobb in first. 14 kart there, Tom Picklet. I think that is 7th place for Tom. And there's Cobb up the main straight. You can see Justin closes him down by the end of the straight, and looking at that, I would say Justin's got probably 1 or 2 teeth less on the rear sprocket than Stephen Cobb has. Stephen is faster out of the slower turns. Let's have a look here. That'll be interesting when we come out of the S's. So Justin closes him down. He closes him down under braking. Now this left-hander here, this slowest part of the circuit. We don't stay on board, unfortunately. Back with Dave Griffiths in third. But you can see clearly Stephen's pulled away out of the slower corner. If we do get a chance to go back on board here with Justin Edgar out of Luna, when we do, we'll see how much quicker he is up the straight. He's not even in the slipstream, but he is clearly closing Stephen Cobb. Look at that, under braking. He's clearly quicker up the straight. Now loses a kart length or so up the hill. Closes back in down the hill, right on the back of Stephen now. This is the slower corner. And look how Stephen pulls away. So he's got at least 1, maybe 2 teeth. And Justin Edgar will be able to tell you, based on what gearing he's running on his kart, exactly the number of teeth Stephen Cobb has got on his. Justin is so experienced, he will know that unless, the way things stand at the moment, unless Stephen Cobb makes a mistake, I don't think Justin Edgar is going to get past him here. And again, he's pulled out the gap coming through the slow turn. Justin closes in up the straight again as previously. Now comes the slower corner, going uphill now. You need more teeth ideally. Pulls a kart length out. Justin will get him under braking here, close right up to his back bumper, and then Stephen applies the power and again pulls away by a couple of kart lengths. Can't tell you how frustrating this will be for Justin in second place. Here's that slower corner again. He should pull away here again going down Rogerson's. Colin Davis there won an earlier heat, but he's back down the field at the moment. Got caught up in that incident through turn 1. Dave Griffiths in the first final earlier on fell well behind. This similar distance to this, maybe even further, but his kart came on in the second half of the race, massively quick in the second part of the race, and closed down the 2 in front. I thought at one stage he was going to overtake Lucas Orrick, but wasn't able to do so. 7 Tom Holland in 4th place, back on board with Justin Edgar. Stephen still out front as he come through Paddock Bend into the S's one more time. Justin clearly looks for a wider line through the last part of the S's, but look how Stephen pulls away again. Another couple of kart lengths through the left-hander. Justin will close up. Stephen will pull away again, a couple of kart lengths as they pull away, having braked. He's a bit closer this time, Justin, but again not close enough to make the move. We'll get right onto the back of Stephen's kart as they come through the left-hander. Here comes the hill. This is where you need the extra teeth. Stephen's got them, Justin hasn't. Down the hill, right and left curb, got to miss those. It's close enough now, but again, just watch, another 2 kart lengths. This is so frustrating if you are Justin Edgar, the British Open champion, and if you asked him right now, can you win this race, he would probably be honest enough to tell you. And look at the distance again through the slower turn, he loses. Justin will probably turn around and say to you, if you asked him now, can you win this race, he will say, I can, but only if the guy in front makes a mistake. He's not making any mistakes, Stephen Cobb. Highly experienced, looks over his shoulder there to have a look. You can see he's got a nice enough lead coming halfway up the straight. It doesn't matter that Justin's closed in here, because this is the slower part of the circuit where the extra gearing, the extra teeth are making such a difference. We're into the last lap. Dave Griffiths has put in the fastest lap at 44.51. A little bit closer to the 2 in front, but not close enough to make a difference. Again out of the S's for the last time. Stephen Cobb will pull away. Knows he's got this one secure. 7 is Tom Holland. The champion behind Tom, though, is Lucas Orrick on the 2 kart. There he is. Lucas will be delighted with his season. You know he was after looking at the celebrations earlier on. Stephen takes the win, though. Stephen Cobb, Justin Edgar in second. Dave Griffiths in third. Lucas Orrick the champion. Let's have a look at the official result. Stephen Cobb from Justin Edgar, Dave Griffiths, Tom Holland, Lucas Orrick. James Hogg in his first appearance in the championship, a guest driver, finishes 6th. Tom Pickley, Connor Davis, Anthony Dickinson and Milan Mack rounding out the top 10. The championship points are as follows. Lucas Orrick wins it by 6 points from Dave Griffiths. Stephen Cobb's win enough for 3rd place in the championship.
Well, that's it from us here at Wigan for the final round of the Rotax Max Super 1 National Karting Championships. Congratulations to our championship winners, George Russell, Matt Parry, Tom Fawcett and Lucas Orrick. We will see you in 2 weeks' time at PF International. Take care.
Super One, sponsored by StingrayRV.com.